Hello, good morning. So today we are gonna go on a little mission.
We're on a mission from God.
And you might be wondering what the mission is. The mission is to find a big fake rock.
They were fake?
For my display. I don't want a real rock because it's gonna be heavy, so preferably for it to be fake. But the problem is I don't know where to find it. So you're coming along with me and we'll see if we can find a big fake rock.
We're going on a trip.
I didn't end up finding what I wanted at Bunnings, so we're gonna go Pet Bun because I feel like aquarium stuff would have big fake rocks. So hopefully they have the size that I want and the shape that I want. If not, worst comes to worst, I have to like paper mache this shit. This is what I'm thinking of, like that. I'm here to report to you that our mission was somewhat successful. I say somewhat because I actually found real rocks. You must be wondering, why do I not want real rocks? It's because it's heavy, and if I do end up doing interstate markets one day, then that means I have to bring that in my luggage. But we did find rocks and I want to show you my rocks. This is our first rock. Planning on having it displayed like this because it's quite flat and I can have the necklace dangling down like this. This one, I don't know if I want to paint it black because I feel like this color would still work with my setup. However, this one I might have to paint black. I got another one, a little mini rock. Look at this! Isn't this so cute? But I have to give these rocks a wash because it's quite dusty. I'm glad I found rocks. Also, if I do end up doing interstate markets and I like how these rocks work, like with my setup, I'm just gonna like create a mold of it and then use resin or maybe like plaster and cast it in the mold so that I have a lighter version of this, kind of like cloning it, but with a different material so that I can still have the same setup but
More passion.
Less weight.
Six and a half hours later.
Girl, look what I got. So I want to show you the updated look of the rocks with the jewelry on it. And also I labeled the rocks. They're in a box right now because I just went outside to go get photos. I'll put up the photos up here. This is the rocks with the labels. Isn't it so stinking cute? Look at that. And I'm gonna add the price on it on the day because I'm still calculating the cost of everything, obviously materials and the time I spent on it and whatnot. So I'm gonna have like the final price by then, but thought I'd give you a little update of what's happened. And I just ordered more boxes, jewelry boxes, so I'm gonna hand paint those in a bit and also hand paint these pouches. These are from my old brand, I guess, my old branding, and it doesn't fit my branding anymore. I'm not doing pink, I'm more leaning towards like black and purple, blues, you know, but I don't want to waste it because it's still good to use. So I'm gonna hand paint the sparkles, galaxy, whatever you want to call it, on these pouches to make it my branding. And I don't have much left of those, it's just like a little handful to be honest. So once that runs out, I can finally get pouches that is more aligned with my branding right now. It is currently 11:05 p.m. and I'm making bracelets. Look at this. This is my second bracelet and my handset. This is, I think, my first, yeah, this is my first time working with wire to make jewelry. It hurts my hand so much. I don't know how people that make white jewelry look so easy, because this hurts. I almost dropped all my beads. Ta-da. It's really hard to capture the beauty of the beads because of the lighting, but it's one of those like AB beads. I honestly don't know how you guys do wire jewelry. All the wire jewelry makers, you know what? You guys make it look so easy. Am I just a little bit? So this is the first one that I made. I'm gonna put it on so you guys can see what it looks like. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ta-da! It's kind of like a charm bracelet and it's adjustable, so you can like wear it however you want. But you can also tighten it and clamp it to your skin. This sort of method for bracelets is pretty common in the wire jewelry world, so I thought to make it more my vibe by including purple, like shifting AB beads, and also the star and planet charms to give off that Dear Kirei universe vibes. I'm gonna finish off this bracelet. I'm just gonna round it, and the way that I've been rounding it, I'm just grabbing a glass bottle and just using it to bend it like this, so that it can form like a circular shape. And if you're wondering why there's a chopstick in here, to be honest, I don't even know why there's a chopstick in there. Ta-da! Second bracelet done. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna make the rest tomorrow.
The next day.
So right now I'm just drawing out the different layouts that I might go with. I'm trying to play around and see what sort of layout I'd like, because the one I had before was alright, like I'm happy with it, but I do have more stuff now than I did before, plus my table is bigger. I think the table is 2.2 meters. The last time the table was like only 1.5 meters, so I definitely need to extend my table setup, and I want to create different heights in my layout so that it doesn't look flat and it looks somewhat interesting, where people can just, you know, get their eyes to move and flow the way I want it to. So let me put on my engineering cap and figure this out. I think I need my iPad for this, because I don't know why on paper, usually I'm better with pen and paper, but this time I think I need my iPad. I need to see it digitally. I've forgotten that I'm currently printing prints, so I can't use my iPad. Okay. What is this angle? I think I came out with something that I like, so I'm gonna show you the two and let me know which one you prefer. So the maximum panels that I can have across is 5 panels. So this is option 1 and this is option 2. The difference is there's a raised area here. So this is like the cashier checkout thing, and this is like another raised area. This one is just open, and I somewhat drew how I want my layout to be with all the stuff. So this is for this option that has the raised area. I'm going to put the caps here, keychains on this other raised area, the prints. I'm just worried that with this setup I don't have that much table space in front to showcase my jewelry. I'm going to try out without and with and see which one allows me to display more items at front here. Ideally I like for the keychains to be raised so that people can look at it easily and clearly. That's what I've learned from going to art conventions, art markets. When I look at people's setup, I see how I look at things, and if it's easily visible to me. I noticed that with keychains, if you put it like flat on the table itself, it's really hard for people to look, especially for me. I'm a pretty tall person, so I really have to, like, you know. So to make it easier for everyone, I feel like putting it on a raised platform would work out better. So let me go do that, and let me actually go look up at how deep the table is that what it's called? I know across is 2.2, but the other way coming out, I need to see how far it goes out so that I know how much space I have to display my items. I'm just gonna correct myself. I've been saying 2.2 meters, but I got confused. My space is 2 meters, 2 by 2 meters, but the table itself is 1.8. So it doesn't matter because I'm still able to just go 5 across, whether it's 2.2 or what did I say the measurement was? 1.8. So let's go give this setup a go in the house, and I'm gonna see how it looks like. It doesn't tell me how far in or far out the table goes, but it says a standard 6-foot table, so I reckon if I just look it up, it'll let me know. And I think that's the standard, so I'm just gonna base off my setup with that measurement. I wish they would tell me the specific measurements, but it's okay. We're back, I guess. I'll show you when I have my setup. Hello! I've just rounded 250 business cards. Could I have paid $8 for them to round it for me? Yes, but do I like doing repetitive, mindless tasks? I do. That's why I didn't get it done. So yeah, bye-bye. Maybe in the future when I start getting really busy, like fulfilling orders and stuff, I might have to pay them to round the corners for me, but as of right now, I'm gonna do it and enjoy the process as much as I can while I still can. Look what I got! If it's not obvious to you, it's a portable lamp. Isn't it crazy? Now we have portable lamps. You can charge your freaking lamp. But this is gonna be part of my setup. Let me turn it on so you can see. So it has warm lighting and it also has cool lighting. Ta-da! So I got this lamp for my setup just in case that the venue is a bit dim in lighting, and because I have jewelry, I'd like for the sparkle to sparkle, so I'd like for the jewelry to sparkle so that you guys can see how pretty it is. So I thought to just be safe and get a lamp for my table just in case the lighting is a bit dim. Hopefully it works the way I want it to. To be honest, I don't know if this lamp will make my jewelry glimmer. Oh my gosh, I can use this as like, ding! I have an idea. Anyways, thought I'd show you my purchase. Pretty cool. Hi. That is it for this week's video, and I think this is like the final market prep because next weekend is the market. And look, I'm still prepping. I hope you enjoyed watching behind the scenes and maybe you get to know more about what goes on behind market preps when you visit art markets. But I'll see you guys next week, and next weekend is actually when the event is. But for next week's video, I'm just gonna chill for a bit, to be honest. Before big events, I just like to take a chill pill, relax, you know. So I guess you can come hang out with me if you'd like. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!
Every night I try to love, but your heart is made of slime.